So this is the box that I found in the trash, donated by someone or just thrown away, probably to go to people that need shoes or they just want to get rid of stuff. This is one of the luxuries of living in LA. We're very rich, so people normally throw shit like this away in the trash because there's people that are making lots and lots of money. So this is all, actually I haven't went through it, so I'm going to go through it with you right now. It's just clothing, I'll go through it later. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so right off the bat, we have Balenciaga's shoes. This one looks like it's Gucci. I don't know if you can see that. This one, I'm not sure what this one is. It's Valentino. Valentino? But for a guy, these look like they're, I really don't know much about shoes, but they look like Yeezys. Some Stan Smith Adidas. I don't know who that guy is. Here's the other pair. These right here are Christian. Something. Louboitin something. So, clothing. Here's the other Balenciaga. All these are free. One of the perks of living in California, there's a lot of rich people, especially where I live. They're always throwing shit like this in the trash or donating it. We end up picking it, we pick it up, and we end up selling it for thousands of dollars. Here's some more Balenciaga shoes. This one right here is Hermes or Hermes. Some fresh foam, whatever. Here's the other one of that one. These right here, these are really nice. Manolo Blahnik. I don't know, but these are really nice. I really like it. Here's the other pairs right here. See, this is some paint from Home Depot. This is a sweater. I'll just put it out of the way. Sweaters are probably designer too. I'll go through them later. Here's another pair of this one. Here's another pair. It's like that. These are smaller than the other one. These little flats. Or these are, I don't know what they are here. Made in Italy. It's hard to tell what the hell they are. And why? Bendel large. I don't know what these are. Here's the other Hermes or Hermes. This one right here is Prada. Prada shoes. There's a really long boot. It's, I don't know what the hell it is. Made in Spain. I don't know what this is. the other Balenciaga. The other Prada. The other this one, and these little ones are Valentino. This is just paint. What the hell is this? These are just little bags. This is Gucci. Nordstrom. Nordstrom receipts. California.
Alright, so this is the deal. There's a lot of wealth in Los Angeles. There's a lot of people that live here that are very, very rich. And what they do with their stuff is they either donate it or they throw it away, or they try to get rid of it because they are so rich. They just want to get rid of it. They don't care about how much they spend. they're onto the new next things. But this is still a lot of wealth for people in LA. So here's an example of me finding around $10,000 worth of designer shoes just in the trash. I was going outside to throw my trash away, and around in my building there was this big box, and in that box was all these shoes. Now you could see for yourself. I don't really know much about these things, but these are Manolo Blanc. I looked these up and they're about $1,000 each. These are Gucci shoes, Balenciagas, and I got all these for free. Here's another pair of Balenciagas. This is typically what we do in Los Angeles. There's a lot of wealth. People that have, this is Christian Louboitin. I don't know what the hell it is. These are some Prada shoes, so you could see for yourself. Some Yeezys, 2 pairs of Yeezys, the same ones, the same exact ones. And these are Stuart Weitzman, Valentino, whatever. Another pair of Valentino. These are Hermes. These are only like $100, but the retail value of these shoes combined is around $10,000. Now, $10,000 is not a lot in LA. So to some people, there are millionaires living like in places like Diamond Bar, and since I'm in the east of Los Angeles County, I'm right next to them, and they throw away all kinds of things. And what I do is, like, if I'm ever by a dumpster or by somewhere where they're just unloading clothing or stuff like that, I usually see what's inside, and if it's anything good, I pick it up and then resell it online. So there's a lot of money to be made on that alone. Also, there was clothing. This is Mastermind from Japan. These pants alone are about $2,000. And here's another Mastermind from Japan. It's a sweater, and this is another $2,000. So if I include that, that's another $4,000. Now, since LA is pretty damn expensive, I'm gonna put the camera down and I'm going to go more into detail of what it's like finding this stuff in LA and how you can profit from this. Alright, so I did the math. on the shoes and came out to around $14,000 worth of shoes and clothing, and that's retail. The most expensive items were the Mastermind from Japan clothing, which were about $2,000 a piece. So for the sweats it was about $2,000, and for the sweater it was like $2,000. And the Balenciagas were about $1,000. The Valentinos were about $1,000. So all the shoes came out to about $1,000. There was a few of them that were about $100 here and there. They're little specialty shoes like Adidas and New Balance and stuff like that. But the major brands like Gucci, Prada, and Valentino and Hermes, or Hermes, whatever the hell you call them, all that stuff came out to about $10,000 worth of clothing, shoes and clothing. So this is just some of the things that you find here and there in Los Angeles inside the trash. And what I'm saying is that, you know what, LA is full of rich people. Now there's a lot of poor people too. Now these people, they're the people that dump this stuff. They don't throw this in the trash. They dump it by clothing bins, by clothing donation bins. This was dumped in back of my store. Even though there's no clothing bins or anything like that, people like to dump. This is like a big spot where people like to dump their things because it's behind a building and there's hardly anybody in this building. And my storefront looks like it's an abandoned place. But actually there's a lot of businesses here. So for whatever reason, people dump things here like clothing. They dump furniture. They dump electronics like washing machines, televisions. I got a 4K television from the trash back here too, and people just dump their old shit and they get new stuff, which is very wasteful. It's something that people from Los Angeles used to do, or probably are still doing till this day. But before the pandemic, it was crazier because we had more money. Whenever you get like a new television, let's say you had a HD television and then you went to 4K television. Well, you would get that 4K, you'd get that HD television that still works and is still good, and you just throw it or you dump it behind a building or you dump it somewhere just so you don't have to deal with it. Because some people don't like to sell things online because they feel like if they put something online, it's gonna sit there for months or even years, and they don't want to store it. They want a really good looking house, and they just dump this stuff and they leave it by the dumpsters because they want people to take it home, because it's a way of it's like a curbside. They're saying, you know what, you guys could have this stuff for free. We think it's too good to throw away, but it's too cheap for us to sell it ourselves. We're making more money. We don't need to make an extra $50 here and there. We're making about $300, $400, $500 an hour. So this $50 or $100 that I make from a television is not worth my time. And since I'm in the eastern part of Los Angeles, the very east part of Los Angeles, most of my neighbors are Asian people. So I have like, it's almost like 50-50 Asian and 50 Mexican. So we got Mexicans mixed with Asian people, so we're right in between each other's businesses here. This is why we have like a bunch of stores where like it's all Chinese lettering or Korean lettering or Vietnamese lettering or Filipino. They all seem to gravitate towards one little region. And I know, I've been living here for a long time, so I know my neighbors and I know who they are and I know what they do and stuff like that. And there's a lot of rich people that live over here. There's a lot of mansions around this area, around East LA, East Los Angeles County. So this is what we get on the regular over here. A lot of rich people that wear designer clothes. They, for one thing or another, it's outdated for them, but people are still trying to get this designer clothing, designer shoes, and they dump stuff like this. Now, since I know the resale value of these things, I know I'm not gonna get no $15,000 or $14,000 for this stuff. I might let this all go for about $5,000 to $6,000. So it's still pretty good, but since I live in LA, we got to keep pressing on. And in my other videos, I tell you that when you make money in LA, you can't stop. You make a big chunk of change, like 10, 20,000 here and there. You can't like sit down and say, oh, I'm gonna take it easy for a couple of months. No, you're gonna be poor if you do that. You make 10, 20,000, and then the next week you try to make another 10 or 20,000. It's the way you have to do it here in Los Angeles. There's a lot of money to be made And if you're just trying to take it easy, you're going to end up in the streets. You're not going to have the luxuries in life. You're not going to have a comfortable living. When you get sick, you're not going to have money for medicine and stuff like that. You really do have to work hard in LA and constantly work smarter to keep on making money. Now this was like a free $5,000 for me, but I still have to work to sell this stuff. So it's not entirely free. I found it. If I wouldn't have found it, someone else would have found it. It would have went to whoever. Now, did they want this to go to homeless people? Possibly. But they didn't specify who was going to do that. So it's a win for me this time. And there's so many people in LA that they come up on these things and they win and they don't really care about me. So I gotta look out for myself and pass that wisdom upon other people, because we feel like oh, we shouldn't strive to be rich, or we shouldn't strive to make money. Well, that's dumb, because we need money to live, and you cannot demonize making money or becoming rich, because that's like what America is all about, capitalism and stuff like that. So that's what I came up on. I'm going to continue to work, and hopefully if I find better things or whatever, I'll let you guys know. And don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and keep an eye out on more of my videos, because this stuff happens all the time in Los Angeles, and I want to focus my vlogs on Los Angeles and the greatness that is Los Angeles, because it's a wonderful place to live. But you do have to know how to live here. It's not for everyone, and it's not an easy life either. But with wisdom, with understanding, with a little bit of direction, I'm gonna guide you, or anybody who wants to live in LA, because everybody's moving here. A lot of people are moving here and they don't know what they're doing. They end up going homeless, and they're just having a really crappy life. If you are poor and you're not making money in LA, you are not having fun, regardless of the beautiful weather. You got to constantly make money so that you can have a little bit of joy in your life, a little bit of security, some independence. You don't have to depend on people. You don't have to be yelled at. You'll feel a lot better if you're making your own money. So that's all I got right now. Keep watching my videos. All my vlogs are in order, so you can start from my first vlog and go all the way to my most recent vlog. So there's no excuses. Follow, subscribe, whatever, share, and I could show you how we make money in LA and how we survive in LA, and I'll see you on another vlog.